Welcome, my little victims. Tonight, I bring you a story from the frozen wilds of Russia. A tale so cold, so dark, that even the bravest hearts tremble. Gather close, wrap yourself in a blanket, and pray you will survive the tale of the Dyatlov hikers. It was February 1959, in the remote Ural Mountains. 9 students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute set out on an ambitious winter hike, led by the young and determined Igor Dyatlov. They were skilled, well-prepared, and fearless, or so they thought. They carried food, cameras, maps, and notebooks to record their journey. For a week, they trekked through the harsh winter, ascending snowy peaks, laughing and documenting every step. But on the night of February 1st, something went terribly wrong. The hikers' last camp was set on a desolate slope, known by the local Mansi people as Kolat Siakdol, meaning Mountain of the Dead. A storm raged through the night winds that could rip skin from bone, snow so thick it swallowed sound. No one knows exactly what happened that night, but by February 26th, when the hikers failed to report back, a search party was sent out, and what they found froze them to the bone. The tent was found ripped open from the inside. Its contents were left behind: boots, jackets, food, everything but the hikers themselves. And yet, outside, the snow held a terrible clue. Footprints, some barefoot, some only in socks, leading away from the tent and disappearing into the frozen darkness. The first 2 bodies were discovered near a tall cedar tree, 1.5 kilometers from the camp, dressed only in their underwear. They had tried to light a small fire, but it had burned out long before anyone found them. 3 more bodies were found between the tent and the trees. Some seemed to be crawling back towards the camp. Others had simply collapsed in the snow. And then, the last 4 were found 2 months later, buried under several meters of snow in a nearby ravine. Their injuries were grotesque, almost impossible. One hiker, Ludmila Dubanina, had her tongue missing, her eyes gone, and her skull crushed. Others had broken ribs and severe internal trauma, as if they had been struck by an immense, invisible force. Yet there were no external wounds to suggest a human attacker. To make things even stranger, their clothes contained unusual traces of radiation, and some of their skin had turned a peculiar bright orange, as if touched by fire or some unnatural light. The Soviet authorities quickly closed the case, concluding the hikers had died from a compelling natural force. But what natural force can make 9 experienced? People tear open their tent from the inside, flee barefoot into a blizzard, and suffer such impossible injuries. Theories have swirled for decades. Some suggest a rare type of snow slab avalanche, though the gentle slope and lack of debris made that unlikely. Others whisper of secret military testing or weapons experiments gone wrong in the remote mountains. Could the hikers have stumbled upon something they weren't meant to see? And what about the local legends? The indigenous Mansi people spoke of strange lights in the sky, that very night-glowing orange orbs that floated silently above the mountains. Some of the original rescuers even claimed that it felt as if the mountain itself were alive, watching them, deciding who would live and who would die. Over 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass remains one of the most haunting, unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. Hikers who now venture into the area sometimes report hearing whispers in the wind, faint screams carried over the snow. They see shadows that vanish as soon as they turn to look. No new evidence has definitively explained the deaths. Some say it was nature's cruel power. Some say it was human cruelty. And some whisper that fear itself walked among the snow that night, a tangible, deadly presence. Hey, so, my brave little mortals, what do you think? Was it an avalanche, a secret weapon, or something far darker that lurks still in the Ural Mountains? Perhaps the spirits of the 9 Dyatlov hikers still wander those frozen slopes, trapped forever between the world of the living and the dead. If you shivered at tonight's tale, give this video a like, and subscribe for more stories of horror, mystery, and the unexplained. Until next time, my dear victims, sleep well if you can.